Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Cubs Line Podcast. I'm Ryan Dunleavy,
I'm Ron Zelinsky.
and today in the rubber match of the Cubs versus Padres series, the Cubs with the 5-4 win, including a Pete Crow Armstrong home run and a Matt Shaw home run. Jameson Taillon shoved. The Cubs split the West Coast series trip, a game back in the NL Central right now, and Cubs are playing some very good ball. Besides their bullpen, hanging on by a thread here. Ryan, what was your overall thoughts on this West Coast trip in general in this Padres series?
What really off to a good start, right? Friday night, thought that game was well over, and then the boys fought back. It was what 3-0 in the seventh, and then just started chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Nico with that unbelievable defensive play, the relay from right field to gun down Pajes, but that was a really good win. And then Saturday, you were up early, let that one really, really slip away, and then Sunday just kind of a sloppy game, but. Then you come back and then you lose game one, so you're now 1-3 in the West Coast trip, and you're really hoping that you can get the next two. I mean, they did do really well against Mason Miller though, which I was kind of happy about. They loaded up the bases, scored 2 runs. I mean, no one has been able to do that, so you got to take that. If you had only let up two less or yeah, two less runs, you would have tied the game. So yeah, got to take that. But a loss on what was it, Monday, and then you come back, win the next two to win the series. 500 West Coast trip. It's tough going out to the West Coast, and especially when you get the Dodgers and Padres, and it's not like the Angels and the A's. So to go 500 on a trip like this is really solid, especially with the bullpen that you have right now.
Yeah, so just a quick update with the show. First of all, I know we haven't done a show in a while. Believe 3 weeks left of school for both of us, so
Yes, dude's almost there.
almost final push, home stretch. But after that, we're gonna be pretty frequent with updating episodes. But until then, expect a series recap on weekday series, and then for weekends, expect daily, including Friday. So we're gonna try and stick under that plan. We got some exciting interviews in the near future, so stay tuned for that, and a lot of big things for the Cubs Line podcast. Just home stretch of school, and then we're gonna be on the roll.
Yeah, I got to lock in for finals here. Can't fail any classes, but once this is over, it's full cubbies.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna do like 4 or 5 a week, and then after that we're going daily again. So yeah, so good things to come here.
Yeah, so let's do a little refresher. I mean, the Cubs 10-game heater, that was unreal. Let's start off with the Phillies series. We're not going to go into detail, but the Cubs did sweep this series. Coming into it in our series preview, we said split the series. The Phillies are a good team. They end up sweeping the series. That was unreal. I was at game 4 of that series. Um because my high school played after. Great experience. I got to meet Tom Ricketts and everything. It was really cool experience, but that game was unreal. I mean, I got there. Michael Bush with a home run, lefty lefty. Ian Happ sent one onto Waveland, and then it was 6-2. Bullpen blew it 6-6, and then Seiya Suzuki with a homer off former Cub Brad Keller in the ninth. Adolis pinch hit home run, and then my first ever Cubs walk off I got to see at Wrigley
You've
Field in
never
the
seen a walk off before?
I've seen a walk off, but not a Cubs walk off.
No, that's what I mean. Like you've never seen a Cubs walk off before?
Not in person, no.
Wow, that's crazy.
Have you?
Yeah, so I saw David Ross hit a little bloop single in 2015, and then I saw um I believe it was Javi on Mother's Day.
I do remember that was unreal. Versus the Nationals.
Yeah, that one.
That was a really cool moment. But that
Yeah.
was my first one I've seen. Surprisingly, I mean, Cubs are pretty good when I go, but that was the first walk off. Dansby Swanson's first walk off as a Cub. They held on to win that ball game. But I mean, what was your thoughts on that Philly series? My opinion, that was electric. That was some of the best baseball they've played all year, and I had a lot of fun watching that series.
Yeah, I mean you said it. We came in, we were like, all right, two out of four here, we'll be real happy. And then they just good old fashioned ass whooping. Like I feel like the only game that I thought they might lose was the last game, the Thursday, and they shouldn't have even had that close. I mean, obviously the bullpen that you have is a little tough right now, but to be up 6-2, blow that, take the lead back, and then blow it again. But yeah, the boys fought back, able to get a win there, and I mean they just beat Philly up in that series, and then obviously took that into LA. But yeah, great series from the Cubs, and I mean honestly, like the best of the year maybe.
Yes, now we will get into the LA series. The Cubs lose the series 2-1. I mean, they played a hell of a game on Friday, came back down 4-0, I believe. Dansby Swanson with the two-run bomb to win that game. Bregman, I believe, had a home run to tie it as well.
Yeah, he tied in the eighth.
Ryan Rollison pitched three great innings. Corbin Martin came on for the save. I think his third save in his MLB career in maybe 6 years. Um, so that was an unreal game to make it a 10-game winning streak. And then Saturday, just nothing really fell their way. I felt, I believe it was Colin ran the mound. He got hit pretty hard. I remember Saad got hit pretty hard. I believe Amaya had a home run in that game. Mo Baller had a home run. So it could have been a Sunday game, but
Say it too, yeah. Say it. Say it.
so Seiya, that was the one. Seiya had a early home run. They went up 1-0, but then the Dodgers bats just woke up, put the Cubs to bed early. I believe it was maybe 11-12 for that game. And
Yeah.
then the Sunday game, it was Shota. He gave up 3 runs early, and the bats just never got going. I think they had bases loaded multiple times, but couldn't capitalize. And the Dodgers, like
Mhm.
when you're playing good teams, they're going to take advantage of that all day, every day. So Cubs dropped that series 2-1. I mean. I just want to address. I can't wait till Daniel Palencia or Edward Guerrero throws a 102 fastball right at the ribs of Dalton Rushing. That guy's a clown.
I want to say some words to Dalton
Yeah.
Rushing. Like I literally like, dude, you were a fucking clown. Like you talk about the Rockies hit against us, so they're cheating. And then you call Amaya what he called him. Like, dude, you are an absolute fucking crybaby. Like, I actually hate Dalton Rushing so much. He's having a great year. I'm not gonna take away from that, but like, dude, like, you're such a crybaby. Like, oh, the Rockies hit against us. Yeah, yeah, they're cheating. Like, dude, they beat you, and then Amaya steals on you, and you're like, and you say what, like, bro, come on, like he's just an absolute clown. And when they come over to Wrigley, I just hope his first at bat, maybe even in the ninth, Danny P just throws one as hard as he can into the rib cage to send a message because like. I mean, just an absolute clown show from Dalton Rushing.
Yeah, I know.
And actually, I'll add another one with the Giants series. I forgot who it was that he
He slid
tagged.
into Adamas. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So what happened? Yeah, yes, no. So what happened was he tagged. I don't remember who. He tagged him pretty hard. He was hurt. Said what he said. If you guys know, you know. And then Adamas is trying to turn a double play, and he just tries to cleat him. Like, dude, you're just an absolute clown.
I know. I don't like Dalton Rushing. I don't like the Dodgers, and this just makes me hate the Dodgers more than I ever hated them. And I don't know. Another thing, I love how the whole league hates PCA. He didn't do anything. He plays flashy. He plays the game right, and no one likes him. So I mean, PCA just plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I love that.
He's starting to turn up too.
Yeah, he is. So now that we got those two series out of the way, I'm going to hand it over to you to recap game one of this Padres series Monday night.
Yeah, so Monday night, tough game here. Cubs lose this one 9-7. Cubs drop to 17-12 from this one. Padres to 19-9. Um, top of the first inning, really good AB here from Nico. An 8 pitch AB ends in a walk. Bush strikes out. Bregman flies out. Hap lines out. Bottom of the first, Liriano leads off with a walk. Tatis grounds out to Boyd, but Liriano gets to second. Jackson Merrill with a single to score. Liriano makes it 1-0. Machado singles. Bogarts lines out. And Duhar walks. And then Ty France hits a ground rule double, scoring Jackson Merrill and Manny Machado, making it 3-0. And then gets Castellanos to fly out to end that inning. Leading off the top of the second, Seiya hits a bomb to left center, 396. Makes it 3-1, so cuts into that deficit a little bit. Mo Baller grounds out, Conforto lines out, Dansby with a 2-out single, and then PCA strikes out. Bottom of the second, Padres go on 1-2-3. Top of the third, Bregman gets a little 2-out rally going here. Horner grounds out, Bush strikes out, and then all with 2 outs. Bregman walks, Hap reaches on an infield single, Seiya singles, loads the bases up, and then Mo frickin' Baller with a absolute bomb go ahead grand slam, 404 feet. I mean, he's just an absolute tank. What are your thoughts on what Mo Baller has done so far?
I mean, I love Mo Baller. He's outplaying the hell out of Owen Casey, which I love even more. But I mean, he's just a stud. He's just his swing is so pure. He can hit lefties, he can hit righty, he can hit the ball to left field, he can hit the ball to center field, he can hit the ball to right field. Like he's just a complete hitter, and I love watching him play.
And yeah, and I mean, he can hit it anywhere in the zone too. Like fastball at his eyes, gone. I mean, he can go down and dig balls out of the dirt. Like he can hit the ball anywhere. But yeah, so that makes it 5-3. Bottom of the third, Machado with a one out double. Xander Bogart singles, runners to the corners, and Duhar grounds into a fielder's choice. Manny Machado able to come in here, trying to turn the double play. Ty France grounds into a fielder's choice to end the inning. So 5-4. Top of the fourth, Dansby walks. PCA grounds into a fielder's choice. Dansby out at second. Nico lines out. Bushy flies out. Bottom of the fourth, Liriano with a two-out single. Tatis with a two-out single, and then Merrill strikes out to end the inning. Top of the fifth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the fifth, Machado leads off with a double, and then Ben Brown comes in. Bogarts grounds out, and Duhar pops out. Machado gets the third on a pass ball. Ty France walks, and then Nick Castellanos singles into center, scoring France and Machado, making it 6-5 San Diego. Top of the sixth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the sixth, Tatis with a one-out single. He steals second, and then Merrill strikes out, and Machado grounds out. Top of the seventh, PCA leads off with a walk. Nico strikes out. PCA does get to third as he stole second, then he gets to third. Bushy strikes out, and then Bregman grounds out. When you're down one and there's one out and you got your fastest guy on third, you really cannot afford to strike out in that situation if you're Bushy. And then in the bottom of the seventh inning, Bogart singles lead off the inning, and Duhar reaches on an infield single. Ty France triples. Xander and Miguel and Duhar come in to score, making it 8-5. Castellanos strikes out, Fermin grounds out, and then Liriano strikes out. Top of the eighth, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the eighth, Gavin Sheets with a two-out homer in the right, 422. This was an absolute bomb. And then the top of the ninth, Cubs against Mason Miller. What were your expectations for the Cubs when Mason Miller takes the mound?
1, 2, 3, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout.
Yeah, that was mine too. I was like, I didn't even. Yeah, I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be over in a couple pitches. Matt Shaw infield single, Dansby Swanson single, PCA single. So bases loaded, nobody out. Nico grounds into a fielder's choice. He's able to get to first, making it 9-6. And then Mason Miller throws a wild pitch. Dansby comes in to score. Nico gets to second. Bush does ground out to third, getting Nico, or grounds out to first, sorry, getting Nico to third, and then Bregman strikes out. Honestly, nothing Bregman can really do. Like, this is just absolutely disgusting work from Mason Miller. I mean, expect nothing less. But yeah, Cubs dropped this one 9-7. They would have put a good inning against, the best pitcher in baseball. What were your thoughts about this one?
I mean, the bats can't carry the pitching every single game. Like sometimes you're gonna need a good outing, and it's hard to score 10 runs and win a ball game. So I don't really put this on the bats. It's just frustrating. You couldn't get a complete effort, but it was all good as they handled business today and yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the backs they put up seven, but there was also a lot of opportunities in this game where they could have scored. So like
100%.
again, I mean, I'm not expecting like 10 runs, but like sometimes you're gonna have to win these games where like you still score a lot, but you get those opportunities and you miss them. Like you're gonna have to cash in there, especially against the pitching staff like the Padres.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, if you're not going to capitalize against good teams like the Padres, like the Dodgers, I mean, you're not going to win ball games. So you're going to have to capitalize, but the pitching's definitely going to have to step up as well.
Yeah, so I'll get into the pitching here. Matthew Boyd gets a start. He goes 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He threw 91 pitches, 56 for strikes. Ben Brown gets a loss. He goes 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, a walk, a strikeout, 43 pitches, 25 of them for strikes. Phil Maton goes an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 2 strikeouts, 28 pitches, 20 for strikes. And then Jacob Webb goes an inning, gives up a hit, a run. It was earned. It was the bomb from Gavin Sheets. Yeah, strikeout, 15 pitches, 11 first strikes. So, do you have a player of the game for this one?
Probably Mo Baller because I believe, was 2 for 3 with a grand slam, so hard not to give it to him.
Yeah, I agree there. So, tough game from this one, but I'll give it to you for the second game here. A little bit better a little bit better of an effort.
Yeah, so we'll get right into it. Cubs went down 1-2-3 in the first inning. Nico popped out to second. Mo Baller grounded out to first, and Seiya struck out. Bottom of the first, Laureano struck out. Tatis struck out. Merrill flew out. Top of the second, Hap walked. Bush walked. Kelly struck out, and then Dansby with a line drive in between the center field and right field gap. Hap and Bush scored, made it 2-0. Dansby stole third base. PCA struck out, and then Shaw popped out. Um, Nicky Lopez came into the game as Dansby was hurt after this double. I assume it was something on the stolen base as he was kind of holding his leg after that. Nico went to short. Nicky Lopez went to second. Bogarts hit a solo home run, his fifth on the year, 389, 108 off the bat to left field. Ty France flew out. Sheets grounded out, and then Cam- Campusano struck out. Top of the third, Nico flew out. Moball grounded out. Seo with a single to center field. Hap got on. He smoked this ball, but it went right through the legs of Ty France. He got to second. Runners on second and third. Bushy walked, and then Kelly grounded out to first base. Bottom of the third, Bryce Johnson popped out. Cronenworth grounded out. Laureano hit a single to Shaw. Shaw kind of misplayed it. Infield single, and then Tatis struck out. Top of the fourth, Nicky Lopez with the ground out to shortstop. PCA struck out, and then Matt Shaw lined out to center field. Bottom of the fourth, Jackson Merrill flew out. PCA made a hell of a catch on this play. Bogarts walked and sold second, and then Ty France with a single to center field. Made a 2-2 ball game, and then Sheets lined out and Campusano struck out. Top of the fifth, Nico Horner flew out. Mo Baller grounded out. Sale with the single to left field. Hap got hit by pitch. That'd be it for Walker Bueller as Kyle Hart came into the game and struck out Michael Bush. Bottom of the fifth, Bryce Johnson laid down a bunt single, and then Cronenworth lined out. Suzuki made a really nice sliding grab. Laureano struck out, and then Johnson stole second. Tatis lined out. Top of the sixth, Carson Kelly with the leadoff single, and then Nicky Lopez bunted it right to the pitcher. They got the lead runner at second, so kind of a wash. And then PCA walked. David Morgan came to the game, threw a wild pitch. They both got to second on this. Matt Shaw struck out, and then Mr. Clutch, Nico Horner, with a double on a line drive to center field. This ball smoked into the gap, 98 miles an hour, nothing less from Nico Horner. Made it 4-2 ball game. Then Mo Baller flew out. Bottom of the sixth, Jackson Merrill grounded out. Bogart struck out. France single. Sheets hit by pitch, and then Campusano hit a single on a line drive to left field. France scored. Sheets to third. Hobie Milner came in for the lefty and got the strikeout. Really good job from Hobie Milner. Made it 4-3 Cubs. They were able to strand the runners on second and third. Top of the fourth, Suzuki walked. Then Wandy Peralta came in for David Morgan. Hap grounded out. Bush was hit by pitch, and then Kelly grounded into a force out. Um, Seiya got to third. Bush was out at second. Kelly was safe at first. And then Alex Bregman came in to pinch hit for Nicky Lopez. Bregman hit a single to the opposite field off the bench. Suzuki scored Kelly to second, made it 5-3. Then after that, PCA with a home run. This ball was smoked 410 off, 410 feet, 106 off the bat. His second home run of the year. Love to see PCA get going. Made it 8-6. Kind of made the game out of reach.
8-3, 8-3.
I said 8-3, didn't I?
6. You said 8-6.
Sorry, 8-3. Matt Shaw lined out. Bottom of the seventh. Bregman stayed in the game as third baseman, and then Shaw went to second. Milner stayed in the game. Cronenworth grounded out. Laureano grounded out. Tatis popped out. Top of the eighth, Murray Ancio came into the game to pitch. Horner flew out. Mo Baller walked. Mo Baller got to third on two wild pitches, and then Suzuki popped out. Happer grounded out. Bottom of the eighth, Ryan Rollison came in, struck out Merrill, struck out Bogarts, grounded out. France, top of the ninth, Bushy struck out. Kelly grounded out. Breggy with a single, and then PCA grounded out. Top of the ninth, Castellanos came to hit for Sheets as Rollison was still in. Castellanos flew out. Campusano flew out, and then Johnson flew out. Cubs win this ball game 8-3. Rye, what were your takeaways from this one?
Good win. You got a good team win here. Bats showed up. Like there were a lot of moments in this game where they had to cash in. Like Dansby cashing in. Nico especially 2-2, two guys on. He's able to deliver big there, making 4-2, and then 2-run game PCA. Following up after Bregman, he hits that bomb to make it 8-3. Like I think complete team win here. Bats showed up when they needed to. Pitching was really well or really good, and yeah, just a good team win to even the series up.
Yeah, so we'll get into the pitching and everything. Cubs with 8 hits, Padres with 6. Cabrera gets the win on the mound, moves them up to 3-0 on the year with a 3.06 ERA. In 5.2 innings, Cabrera gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 1 home run. Hobie Milner got the hold, his third on the year. He came in for an inning and a third. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout at a 2.45 ERA. Ryan Rolison came in for 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down with 2 strikeouts. He's at a 0 ERA. Player of the game for me, I don't really know. It could go to a lot of guys, but I'm gonna give it to Alex Bregman as he was 2 for 2 off the bench with the game-winning hit. You can argue PCA as well with the 3-run bomb. Who's your player of the game, Ryan?
You just said it. PCA for me, just because he was only 1 for 4, but in a moment like that, he kind of needs to get going, coming in a 2-run game with two guys on to just blister this one, and really kind of put it out of reach for San Diego. Yeah, so PCA is my pick. Obviously, you said it could go to some others, but yeah, big moment for PCA to show up when he really needed to, and give him a big boost to win this one.
Yeah, so Ryan, I'll hand it over to you to recap the rubber match from today where the Cubs got a series dub.
Yeah, so today's ball game, Cubs win at 5-4. They moved to 19-12. They split the West Coast road trip 3-3. Top of the first inning, Nico reaches on an infield single, Mo Baller grounds out. Breggy singles, Hap walks, and then Bushy grounds into a double play with the bases loaded. And then to end the inning. And then the bottom of the first, Padres go down 1-2-3. Top of the second, Conforto with a leadoff double. Matt Shaw grounds out, PCA grounds out, and then with 2 out, Miggy Amaya delivers singles into center to make it 1-0. Nico pops out to end the inning. Bottom of the second, Padres go down 1-2-3. Top of the third, Cubs go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the third, JMO strikes out the side, strikes out Cronenworth, Castellanos, and Campusano. Top of the fourth inning, Bushy flies out to lead off the inning. Conforto grounds out, and then Matt Shaw 2 out little bunt single here. Love to see that. And then PCA rips a homer down the line, 357 into right field. So PCA homers in back-to-back games. He loves his West Coast trips. Obviously didn't do that well in LA, but San Diego here he was able to deliver just like last year when he hit those 2 bombs on Sunday Night Baseball. But yeah, so he hits one out, 3-0 Cubs. Miggy grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the fourth, Padres go down 1-2-3. Top of the fifth, Nico leads off with a hit by pitch right off the dome. He was like joking that he was like woozy, which got me worried a little bit, but he was okay. And then Mo Baller grounds out to second. Grounds out to second. Nico gets to second. Breggy pops out, and then Hap strikes out looking. Bottom of the fifth, Padres still without a hit. Xander Bogaerts pops out. Ty France flies out. Miguel Andujar hits a homer 387 to left field. This one was like at his eyes. I kind of knew it was gone when he hit it, just because like it was so high, and he just put a good like uppercut swing on it. This is a great piece of hitting with 2 strikes. Cronenworth walks, and then Nick Castellanos hits an absolute tank 405 to left center to tie this game up, and then Campusano strikes out. Top of the sixth inning, Bush walks, Conforto grounds into a fielder's choice. Bush out at second, Conforto able to stretch it out. Matt Shaw doubles, so second and third. PCA with a ground out, but he's able to get a guy in, gets Conforto in to give the Cubs the lead. This one was pretty weird because I thought Conforto was out by a mile, but actually the tag was missed, so we'll take it. But yeah, PCA does a job here. Mickey grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the sixth, Tatis with a one out infield single. He then steals second. Machado grounds out, and then Bogarts grounds out, so no damage done. Top of the seventh, Bregman with a two-out walk. Then Ian hits a little ground rule double. He just kind of floated this one in the left field, and the spin on it landed in fair territory, popped up into the seats, kind of like we see a lot at Wrigley. Bush grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the seventh, Padres go down 1-2-3. JMO's still in, so really good outing from him. Top of the eighth, Conforto flies out, and then Matt Shaw with a homer to left field, 351. Just got enough of it. Matt Shaw, pretty solid game from him here. PCA strikes out, Amaya walks, and then Nico flies out. Bottom of the eighth inning, Castellanos walks, Camposano walks, so first and second. Jackson Merrill walks, so rough here from Corbin Martin. And then um, I want to talk about the job done here by Ben Brown. Everyone hates on him, right? Everyone just hates on him. I mean, he's really the only like opening day guy who's really been okay and is still not and is just not hurt. He comes in with the top of the lineup up, bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping he can only give up two. That's kind of in my mind. He was like, okay, just get out of here with the game tied. Tatis hits a sac fly, so that's okay. You get an out, the run comes in, you're still winning, and then gets Machado to ground into a double play to end the inning. I mean, that is an unbelievable job done by Ben Brown to come in again. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the lineup up, a lot of dangerous hitters here, and he's able to escape with only one run. And it was only a sac fly, so he didn't even give up a hit. I mean, what were your thoughts on this situation?
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting the worst. Just knowing the Cubs are
Hmm.
smart and you can't walk the bases loaded there. But I mean, Ben Brown's been so underrated this year. I think he's at a 1.99 ERA. He's starting to find consistency. He had a great spring training, worked his tail off to make the team, and then has not disappointed at all. And he's had a great season. I feel like he needs to be talked about more and maybe get some more higher leverage situations like he got today.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this really showed that he's capable of coming in the big moments. But top of the ninth, Mo Baller grounds out. Breggy walks. Hap strikes out. Bregman got the second on a wild pitch here, and then Bushy flies out to end the inning. So again, with Mason Miller in, no or one strikeout from Hap, but I mean, we'll take that, right? If you're not striking out against Mason Miller, that's a win. Bottom of the ninth, Bogart strikes out. Ty France grounds out. And then they brought in Hobie Milner to face Gavin Sheets. And then once they saw Hobie Milner was coming in, they put in Liriano. And then Liriano strikes out, swinging on three pitches. So really solid save here from Hobie Milner, just an easy three pitches. And a big win here from the Cubs to win the series. So they win this one 5-4. They win the series. What were your thoughts on this one?
I mean, it was a gritty win. I mean, they were up early. You got contributions from Matt Shaw and PCA, two younger players, and I loved what I saw. This was a team win today. Very gutsy, gritty win. And sometimes you're going to have to win those kind of games, games that they're not killing the ball, games that aren't high scoring. You're going to have to pull away with these games. And I mean, very impressed by Jamison Tyon, honestly. Um, he got a lot of hate in spring training, but I loved what I saw from him today. I know he gave up 3 runs, but I mean 7 innings is 7 innings. I love to see PCA heating up. Matt Shaw, what 3 for 4 on the day with a home run and 2 runs. He's been unreal. Michael Conforto has been doing great, and this is just an overall team win today.
Yeah, like they were saying, they actually pretty much word for word said what you said. I was listening to Pat and Ron for the last couple innings here. They were like, I mean, this is just a complete team gutsy win. Like you're gonna have to win these games as it gets later in the year. But I'll get into the pitching here. JMO with the win, a huge start, 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. A walk, 6 strikeouts. He gave up 2 bombs. He threw 95 pitches, 66 for strikes. He's at a 4.41 ERA. But I think that's going to go down as the time goes on. Corbin Martin goes 0-0 with no hits, a run. It was his. 3 walks. He threw 19 pitches, only 7 of them for strike. So a pretty rough one here from Corbin Martin. Ben Brown, the hold. He goes an inning and 2/3, no hits, no runs, no walks, a strikeout. He had 11 pitches, seven of them for strikes. Yeah, his ERA out at a 1.99, and then Hobie Milner gets the quick three pitch save. Just faces Liriano. Goes to third. The strikeout, three pitches, three strikes. He's at it now a 2.4 ERA. So my player of the game here, you could go Matt Shaw, which I think he's very deserving of some recognition. But I think JMO here because when the bullpen is what it is right now, and you're facing a lineup like the Padres, and you can go 7 innings. They didn't have a hit through the first four, first five, and I mean obviously he gave up those two bombs, which wasn't the best, but for him to be able to go 7 innings, throw only 95 pitches in those 7 innings, and again only give up 3 runs, keep the Cubs in front, like that's what you need out of your guys, out of your starters when the bullpen is what it is right now.
Yeah, I mean the starters got to come through big, especially now with the bullpen hanging on by a thread. You got guys going down like flies, so you're gonna need quality starts from these starters. You're gonna need length. Cabrera with a very solid start, JMO with a very solid start. The starters have been doing great, no complaints at all. But you're just gonna need guys to step up, and you're gonna need to find ways to get 27 outs a game. And no matter what that looks like, you're gonna have to find way to get those 27 outs and win a ball game.
Yeah, great win here. So a couple questions here. I'll start with the bullpen. So obviously the news came in, Caleb Thielbar and Riley Martin are out. Riley Martin, 8 weeks. Thielbar, I'm not exactly sure. Do you know the timeline for him?
15
15.
AIL.
Okay, so that's, I mean, it's not too bad, but still injured, which is just absolutely great. So I think the blame I think is going to have to be put on the training staff here, in my opinion. But whose fault? I'll start with just whose fault do you think this is? The pitching coaches, the training staff, the pitchers themselves. Which I mean I don't I think one or two injuries you could blame on maybe the pitchers, but not this.
I mean, I feel like one, it's happening also early in the year, so it's got to be something with the program that they were on within spring training, the throwing program. So you can put a little bit of that on the pitching department, but you also got to put this on the training staff because they're the ones that put in place with the conditioning and all the arm care and everything. Like this shouldn't excuse this should not be happening.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, no, you're good. No, I agree with you though. Like this just cannot happen. We're it's April 29th, and I don't know the exact number, but like just all the guys you have on the IL right now, damn near the entire bullpen is hurt. Like you're right, the throwing program, especially like before the season, but I think the full blame is the training staff here. Like there's just absolutely no excuse for all these injuries, and I don't know how there haven't hasn't been any firings yet.
Yeah, sorry, something went down the wrong pipe there, but as as I was trying to say, like it's kind of on everyone. It's on the pitching department, but I'd say more the athletic training staff because you got to get these guys recovered better. But this is just unheard of the amount of injuries. I mean, we didn't even talk about Justin Seals even out longer now.
Yeah,
Like
you're right. I didn't even get to that. So Justin Steele, complete roadblock in his recovery. So he actually could have been back in like a month or two. Now he's being reevaluated in a month, so he might not even be back till like July. So I mean that's just great.
that might be even pushing it.
Yeah. Seriously, July might even be put like his first start could be like game one of the NLCS or something.
I don't even know if
But
they'd start him in that spot. It'd more be a
no,
bullpen spot.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And I
I
mean, Cubs' number one pitching prospect Jackson Wiggins went down with an injury in AAA Iowa.
That's right. I didn't even get to that. Like you're starting to get injuries in the farm system now. Like the thing is with these kind of injuries too is like if you bring up guys from the farm system too, it kind of screws up their progression because if they come in and they're not getting everyday pitching like they would be in AAA, that kind of stunts their progression and hurts them. But yeah, this is I mean it's getting to a point where it's just unreal.
Yeah, I know something's got to change. Something's got to give. Like if another pitcher goes down, you got to start looking to make adjustments within the training staff. This is unreal.
Yeah, I agree. And then my next question, just kind of basing it off that, who do you think? Well, Jacob Webb and Phil Maton have not lived up to the preseason expectations. So, who do you think can come in and kind of pitch the spots? I think Ben Brown is one of them, but who do you think? Obviously, Theobar and Palencia, they're going to be back in a couple weeks, but who do you think could step up like now when they're all gone?
Yeah, so I mean, with Palencia, Thielbar, Harvey, Hodge, Wicks, Martin, Roberts, the list goes on and on. You're going to need guys to step up. One of them, I think, is Ryan Rollison. He pitched an unreal game against the Dodgers on Friday Night Baseball. He's pitched 6 innings this year, hasn't given up a run, is 1-0, 3 strikeouts. I had no clue who this guy was on Friday. Shoves against probably the best lineup in the MLB, and then comes in 6 up, 6 down, 6 up, 6 down. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it here. 6 up, 6 down against a very solid lineup in the San Diego Padres as well. I know he had a rough outing today, but if Corbin Martin can find control, I think he could be a very solid piece. He has good velocity. He can get strikeouts. He can get outs. In his last 5 games, 4 innings pitched, he's only allowed a hit. I know he gave up 3 walks today, but if he can find some control, I like what I've seen out of Corbin Martin. Ben Brown, obviously. Hobie Milner's been so underrated for this Cubs team. 2.4, 15 games, 5 strikeouts. All Hobie Milner does is like get outs, I feel like. And he's the perfect left handed pitcher for those matchups. So my guys right now are Hobie Milner, Ryan Rollison, Corbin Martin, and Ben Brown. I don't trust Jacob Webb or Phil Madden as they haven't lived up to the hype and what we thought they would be. And Yasiel Rios, I mean, he hasn't pitched yet. I don't really know what to expect from him. He hasn't pitched in a while in the major leagues. In his career, he is 8-2 with a 6.21 ERA, so not the best. I just haven't seen him pitch enough to really see if he's ready or not. He what? I mean, pitched in the WBC for Puerto Rico. Didn't really get much innings. Has started the year in Iowa. Kind of struggled. So I don't really know what to expect from him. And Javier Assad might be the most inconsistent pitcher on this Cubs roster. I mean, he's going 1 game, 5 innings with 1 run. The next game, he's given up 10 runs. He's at a 7.58 ERA right now. So Assad's probably your long reliever. I see you turn Ben Brown into more of a 1 inning guy who can throw 99 and get outs. Rios and Assad are probably your long relievers, and then Webb and Maton kind of 4 or 5 run game, and then you got Milner, Brown, Rollison, and Martin to rack up the outs in the big moments.
Yeah, and kind of to talk about Assad, like we talked about him, I think in the last show about him being so inconsistent, and he just continues the inconsistency, and he's just not a guy you can really put your full trust in right now. But yeah, but I mean, Hobie Milner, like he's got the arm angle. I think I completely agree with you. I don't know about Corbin Martin yet. I think he could be okay. I mean, he pitched well against the Dodgers, didn't pitch well at all today. But yeah, I mean, you got to take what you can get right now.
As I said earlier, find a way to get 27 outs and win ball games until you got a fully loaded bullpen. But I think that's your main area that you need to work on at the deadline. I know it's still a long way coming, but that is what you need to improve on. I think you're pretty set at the rotation. I think you're pretty set in the lineup. It's the bullpen that you need to get arms in.
Yeah, I agree, and I just think right now, like, kind of the stepping up part is just all the starters too, like the 4 inning stuff, like we saw from Boyd. That can't happen. You know, you're gonna need 5 plus from almost all your guys right now. Like that's just the raw reality of it. But switching over to the lineup here. So Mo Baller's been balling. No pun intended there. How can you fit him into the lineup every day? Obviously, he's been DHing and stuff, but with Bush's troubles, do you kind of fit him in at first base, or like what do you do with him to try and get him in more?
So I say you DH him as much as possible. If it's a right-handed pitcher, you could DH him. I don't see why Mo Baller doesn't play first base. I feel like he can fit in fine there. I feel like he can play the position, and it seems like the Cubs are trying to ramp him up at catcher too. So I think wherever you can fit him in the lineup between catcher, first base, and DH, then you put him in the lineup.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then kind of talking about Bush again, he's been hitting the ball hard, but he's only hitting 193 right now. He's hitting in the top half of the lineup, which I don't really agree with. It's a situation like Dansby last year where he was hitting four and he was just awful, and then they moved him down, and then that's when he started to really go. So, how does he fit back into the lineup?
I say you throw him in the 8-9 or 7-8 spot. Excuse me. Just somewhere around there to get his confidence back up. You're not going to be hitting around bad hitters by any means. We're probably going to have Mo Baller by you somewhere around there. You're going to have Dansby by you somewhere around there. You're going to have Miggy or Kelly. You're going to have guys that can get on base and you can work with. I say throw him down in the order a little bit, get his confidence back up, and get the Michael Bush that we saw that hit over 30 home runs last year back in your lineup.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we'll jump into a little series preview here. Weekend series 120, 120, 120 at Wrigley, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, 120, Colin Ray versus Zach Gallen. Saturday, Shota Imanaga versus Ryan Nelson. And then Sunday, May 3rd, it'll be Matthew Boyd versus Merrill Kelly. Um, what are your kind of keys to winning this series and your predictions for each game here?
All right, so I'm gonna start off by saying I don't think the D-backs are that strong of a team, but you can't take them lightly. They're always a chippy ball club. They always play tough, especially coming home. You have to face Zach Allen on Friday, which is probably going to be your toughest task. He's 3.14 ERA, 1-1 on the year, so not bad at all. The velocity isn't where it used to be, but he's still very solid. Gallen, Ray on Friday, and then Ryan Nelson. He throws pretty hard. He's floated between the bullpen and the starting role. So I feel like this is a favorable matchup as he has a 7.71 ERA on the year, and you got Shota on the mound, who's been very solid. And then you got Merrill Kelly versus Matthew Boyd, two pitchers that have been historically pretty solid but have had rough starts to the years. Kelly's at a 9.2 ERA. You're facing two guys with over 7 ERAs, so I think you just got to jump on them on Saturday and Sunday, and then you got to find a way to chip away at Zach Gallen, get him out of the game early. You get Gallen out of the way early and jump on the starting pitchers on Saturday and Sunday, you're going to be fine. The weather's not going to be too hot, so the ball's not going to be jumping. I don't think the wind's going to play much of a factor. It's going to be around 60 for both of the games, so it's going to be some colder baseball at Wrigley. You're going to have to find a way to chip away, keep the ball in the yard, and move the bases along.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't think a sweep is out of the question here. I think if you're gonna lose, it's probably Friday. But yeah, I think they can definitely sweep this one. I'll say 2 out of 3. What about you?
I'll go 2 out of 3. I say they win Friday, lose Saturday, win Sunday.
All right, not bad. I mean, you'll take a series win here. So right now we'll take a look around the MLB. You got the scores up, or should I take this one away?
Uh, I'll take it away. We'll do a little division update after we get the scores in from today. So, the White Sox walked off the Angels on a sweep. They won 3-2. Colson Montgomery with the walk off. The Guardians beat the Rays 3-1. Gavin Williams pitched a gem in the win. The Mariners beat the Twins 5-3. Cole Young hit the clutch go-ahead hit in the ninth inning for the win. The Rangers beat the Yankees 3-0. Nathan Eovaldi struck out 7 in his shutout win. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 8-1. Ernie Clement hits his first home run of 2026 in the win. Brian Bayo gets the loss and goes to a 9.12 ERA. The Marlins beat the Dodgers 3-2. Hicks and Ruiz both with home runs in this one. The Giants and Phillies, Astros and Orioles both got postponed. The Rockies beat the Reds 13-2. Hunter Goodman with 2 homers in this one. The Cardinals beat the Pirates 5-4. Plante and Burleson with big performances in this one. The Nationals beat the Mets 14-2. Just typical Mets baseball for you. The Braves beat the Tigers 4-3. Matt Olson with a walk-off home run, as the Braves have the best record in the league right now. The D-backs beat the Brewers 6-2, as the Brewers are only one game over 500 as of now. The D-backs with back-to-back jacks late in the game, and a 2-run ninth inning got them the win. The Athletics beat the Royals 5-2. Lawrence Butler with a 3-run shot to win that one. And then division leaders, NL Central, Reds are up by a half a game. In the NL East, the Braves are up by 7 games. NL West, Dodgers up by a half a game. AL East, Yankees up by a game and a half. AL Central, Guardians up by a half a game. In the AL West, the Athletics are up by a game. So now we'll take it into MLB Pickle. Rye, who do you want to start off with?
Let's go Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw, I like that. I feel like we go with him a lot.
Do we? I only
Eh,
said it because I thought we haven't.
ooh, we can still go with him. Alrighty. In the NL, righty, 24 years old. I'm gonna go Will Smith. See if we get the division. NL West, righty. All right, let's think NL West. Padres. I'm gonna go with Mason Miller. See if we get a pitcher. Not Padres. Ooh, Rockies.
Wait, so not Dodgers, not Padres.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hunter Goodman. See if we get the Rock. It is the Rockies. Righty, 24 years old. All right, I think Kyle Freeland's still on there. I'm gonna see if it's a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Not a starting pitcher. Not a right fielder. Not a catcher. I know. Not from the USA. I know Ezekiel Tovar is their shortstop. He's 24. And yeah, that is your Immaculate
Yeah.
Grid player of the day, Ezekiel Tovar. Now we will play Immaculate Grid. See how our skills are going. We got Phillies and Braves. Want to skip that for now?
Yeah, I mean they've played in the playoffs so much. I feel like it's easy, but like let's do the
Phillies.
left field. Let's do left fielders. Just crank out
All right.
Braves left fielder. Who are we going with?
Ooh. I mean, Yo Acuna. Reds left fielder. Ooh. We got Austin Hayes.
Go. 10 home runs left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
I'll go Ian Happ.
I just want to point out we're getting some great NHL playoffs right now.
We are 10 home runs, Royal Salvador Perez. 10 home runs, Phillies, Bryce Harper. Reds in Kansas City. Ooh. Jonathan India.
Oh, that's a good poll. 10 home. You got 10
Reds and,
homers.
Reds and Phillies. I feel like I know this. Ooh. Josh Harrison. I
There you
think.
go.
I almost positive. No. I feel like this is
I
easy.
feel like wait, hold on. Wait, Reds, Phillies. Um,
Won't have you guys here all day. I'll check the most common answers.
yeah.
For Kansas City and Atlanta, it was Jorge Soler. For
Oh, Pete
Philly,
Rose. Wait, Pete Rose. I
yeah,
just
Pete
remember
Rose.
he played for
No,
Philly.
Kimbrel. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Possible off day episode tomorrow, but 100% we'll be back on Friday versus the D-backs at 120. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Signing off, Ryan Dunleavy.
Ryan Zielinski.
See you guys next episode.